happy almost new moon lunar eclipse in Gemini. I feel like this one is going to be powerful. I mean, I think all eclipses are powerful. But this morning I had this aha moment where in my Mercury retrograde reading I talked about having a vulnerable conversation with someone. Gemini season is the lovers, but I also think it's that other part of you. Sometimes I think that conversation that you have to have is with yourself. And that's what I realized this morning, is this wasn't an external conversation that I had to have. This was an internal conversation that I had to have with myself, and it was about my attachments. This morning I was doing a meditation and it was talking about attachment theory, and I read the book. I know attachment theory. What I did not realize was I was vulnerable. I just thought I was avoidant. I thought that's what it was. I'm avoidant. Like, freedom is my main jam. Like, that's me. And then I had to get really honest with myself, and I was like, okay, I'm avoidant when I'm really not interested. That's the truth. I'm anxious when I am interested. And when I'm typically interested, it's with another avoidant person. And you know what? That keeps me safe, because there's never this opportunity to take it to the next level, because our attachments don't work together, you know? And the truth is, like, I'm super happy single, so I'm also like, well, whatever. But if I get really honest with myself, like, of course I want somebody to adventure with, to do things with, to experience life with. So yeah, this wasn't a vulnerable conversation that I had to have with anybody but myself, and really lean into that part of, oh, okay, now I get it. So yeah, that's that. Maybe you are having those internal conversations with yourself, or maybe you need to. So let's see what kind of energy wants to come through for this lunar eclipse in Gemini. It's raining today, but it was absolutely beautiful yesterday, so if you are in the Pacific Northwest, I hope you got outside and soaked up that sunshine. It's just what my soul needed. So yeah. And the new moon is on the 10th, and it is in Gemini. And I think that, you know, we have been moving through a lot of energy, and now Saturn is retrograde, so I mean, we're just always working through this energy, and I think it's important that we find time for joy, find time for laughter, find time for rest and rejuvenation. Appreciate the beauty that surrounds you. This is something that I am very intentional of. Always taking pictures of flowers just to remind me of the beauty that surrounds me, that just is. It's not pretending to be anything, it's just beautiful. Deceit. I think, there is a lot of this anxious energy. So how can you find that comfort within yourself? For me, it's always nature. It's always that reminder that I'm held, that, I can move through anything. And for me, it's always just trusting something bigger than myself and knowing that the sun will shine again. New beginnings, bright, shiny beginnings. So, if you have been moving through this energy, it's okay. Give yourself that space. Give yourself that time to rest, rejuvenate, appreciate the beauty that surrounds you. Always. Yeah, maybe somebody has been deceitful. Maybe you've been deceiving yourself. Maybe you have been feeling anxious. Maybe you have been not knowing where this path is going to lead you. And maybe you just need to trust that it's all in divine timing, that you will end up exactly where you're meant to be. Okay, we love that. Okay, I don't know if we love that, but I love that. Let's see what our new moon energy is going to be. I don't typically set intentions on eclipses or anything like that. It's just kind of too powerful, and I just trust whatever is meant to happen will happen. But let's just see what kind of energy. Regeneration. Eclipses do come in and they just like eclipse things out of your life. And then there is this regeneration process. There is this moment where you get to decide what you want. Regeneration, rebirth, second chances, new opportunities. Second chances are available to you now. Whatever opportunities you thought were dead are now revived in a more authentic, stronger form. Whatever you may have perceived as a failure or loss is now being replaced by something better and more powerful growing in its place. This rebirth is assured. Step into your new life. Destiny is being fulfilled in wondrous ways. Relationship message. The world is based on connections and relationships. No matter what loss has occurred in the past or even now, death and endings are only illusions. There is life after death, love after loss, and in this moment, you are radiating the regenerative life force energy that makes you irresistible to love in all forms. Now is the time when you will see evidence of this new emergence. Can you feel it? Love is rising up to greet you. Prosperity message. What happens when it appears you failed at something? Do you see the beauty and the lesson and the understanding that arises from difficulties? is like a seed that lies dormant for a time. Then once it germinates in your subconscious, it pushes through into your awareness. It is becoming apparent that there is a new you, a new start, a more powerful version and form of what you began to plant in the garden of your imagination has surfaced. You are ripe for success. New opportunities, much better than those that came before, appear like gifts from the gods. Now is one of those times when out of seeming loss and failure comes remarkable abundance. Do not dwell on the past because you are really experiencing a rebirth. Protection message. Endings come in many forms, and now is the time to stop holding on to what must die, so that something better can take its place. Nature's cycles include disease, decay, death, and regeneration. Let whatever isn't working in your life die. Don't be afraid to face the facts. There is no need to struggle or grieve. Whatever your query, let it go. You're about to be reborn. And there you have it. This is why we don't set intentions, because it's already happening. It's happening for you. And if that is not the perfect card for this energy, I don't know what would be. Okay, let's see what kind of goddess wants to come and assist us for this powerful rebirth. Okay. Artemis, guardian, you and your loved ones are safe and spiritually protected. It's beautiful. Okay. A little bit of animal spirit. The tiger. Alright, tiger. What you got to say? That's fire. Or no, it's not fire. I always get so confused because it seems like it should be fire, but it's not. Okay, this makes sense. It's that new moon. It's even got a new moon on its head. Lunar force, ease and darkness, feminine energy. The tiger hunts at night, at one with silence, fearing nothing. This card reminds us to take in the wild darkness, to allow the lunar forces to soothe and heal our spirits. Sensuality, receptivity, and devotion are all heightened in the midnight hour, and the tiger takes advantage of these boons. Spend some time in silence this evening, drinking in the potent calm. There is nothing to fear in the stillness, except the awakening of your own power. When in balance, passionate, strong, sensual. When out of balance, overstimulated. To bring into balance, candle gazing. So maybe you do need a little more fire, you know? Maybe you need to gaze into a a candle to remind you that you too have that power inside of you. All right. I love this. Okay, Sacred Rebel. I get this one all of the time. It's essentially just connecting to your heart. Beyond the mind, the heart beats. In the chaos of modern life and the constant fluctuations of our minds, it can be difficult to remember a sublime sanctuary lies within, yet it is always there. Beneath this ceaseless activity, there is an endless, vast spaciousness that restores and connects us to something greater, something that exists outside of time. Some might call it eternity. Within that sanctuary, sacred sound is felt rather than heard. That sacred sound is actually the reverberating heartbeat of the entire universe. Your own heart's rhythms sound within the greater universal heartbeat. The totality of life, all of your being can be felt as one through listening to and feeling for the sacred sound of the heart beating within you. It is through this heartbeat that we experience a love that is more than preference or attachment. This is the love that inspires, energizes, and moves us to create, even beyond what we once thought was possible. Your love for life, the need to feel alive and express yourself, the quest for that which is truly fulfilling. These are the sacred urges that rebel against fear and promote passion for being alive. They flow through your blood and can be felt through the beating of your heart. This oracle has a message for you. There is the way of the mind, which can make mountains out of molehills. Even when it thinks it is turning mountains into molehills, then there is the way of the heart. It is subterranean and moves subtly beneath possible obstacles, intelligently shifting with exquisite, sometimes I make up words, exquisite sensitivity, sensing the way forward through dangerous pathways and responding to what is before it even occurs in the physical world. However, with the heart's intelligence, we cannot see and know in the same way that we do when we allow the mind to direct us. We have to be open to another way if we want to benefit from the innate intelligence of the heart. The mind sees, plans, and strategizes. Don't mind me. I'm thirsty. The heart feels, responds, senses, and intuits. When we walk the path of the heart, we must feel and respond rather than plan our way. It is a different way to live and create. It is closer to the earth and to the source of life itself. It is not for those who are lacking in courage and trust. But you are not one of those. You are being asked to trust your heart and drop into it. The mind is important, but it cannot take the role of the heart. The role of the mind is to serve the truths of the heart. That is, to create the spacious chamber of receptiveness into which the sacred rhythm of your heartbeat can resound. This oracle comes with guidance for you. Deep within, you know what to do, and you know what is true. It matters not whether the mind and its plans seem to agree with your inner sense. Your willingness to trust your heart and to rebel against fear will serve you well. Let your heart lead you. Be sure of your faith and trust in what you feel. Your head and your heart have been in conflict at times over the course of your life. This has brought you struggle and sometimes deep suffering. However, this oracle brings you the message that a truce will soon be declared and the appropriate outcome of the mind waving the white flag of surrender is imminent. Soon, if not already, you will be feeling that your heart is leading you. You will feel that your mind is learning to follow the guidance of your heart, rather than trying to be out front, seeing and sorting everything out in advance and in order to be safe. What a relief to let go of this old way. Your mind can become more relaxed and trusting. There will be a period of adjustment as you get used to living without so much foresight, but with more insight, wisdom, and energy in the present moment to create. If you are finding that you cannot plan or strategize as you once did, or feel that you know less than you have ever known about where you are heading or how you were supposed to get there, then this oracle comes as confirmation that these are healthy signs of a shift from head to heart. You are not proceeding in error. You are exactly where you are meant to be, doing exactly what you are meant to be doing. You are now in a position that is more powerful than ever because you are allowing yourself to be guided by your heart, a heart that beats in harmony with the heart of all existence. Your affairs are in accord with love, and no matter what may appear to be at times, all is unfolding according to that greater love, you included. Wow, that's beautiful, and I really do feel like it wraps up this message. And you know, in my Gemini reading, I did get attachment, so all coming full circle. So have that vulnerable conversation with yourself and get really honest. What is it that you want? Tell your mind to take a back seat and really listen to your heart. Alright, one last Miracles Now card, and then I'll wrap this up. Happiness is a choice I make. Find more time for happiness. Find more time for joy. Find more time for love. Alright, well, that is that. I'm wishing you a beautiful new moon, as always, take what resonates, leave the rest. I hope you have a beautiful now, sending you so much love, and I will see you soon.